Hey everybody, welcome to Boomhauer69's YouTube channel. And today's video I'm going to talk about this little pantry right here. How I came up with the idea and what it's all about. And my future plans and stuff with it. With the idea. First of all, long time ago on YouTube, I did a video called Leave a Gift, Take a Gift Christmas Tree. That was over the Christmas holiday where I had a tree out here, and I did a little thing where people could leave a gift, take a gift, Christmas tree thingy. And how I came up with that idea was just from those leave a penny, take a penny little trays you see at the gas station, and I thought that was kind of funny to do. I thought, yeah, I'll give that a try and see if anybody partakes that kind of the leave a gift, take a gift Christmas tree. That was kind of a fail, but it was just something I did out of curiosity. And then later on, I got the idea, well, why don't do something way more cooler, like do something more long term, I should say, like something. I got thinking, what would be neat to do something kind of similar but long term. And then I got to think about those my free little libraries, and I thought, well, why not get one of those and do something like that, similar but pantry items. And then when I was doing my research on the internet about kind of pantries and different things, I actually found out that Little Free Pantries are actually a thing, and I wasn't the first to come up with the idea, so I thought, yeah, that was great. So I watched some videos so I did some research on that and kind of looked up things about it, and then I looked at what they had out there kind of for free little library, like cabinets and different things, to see what people are using for free little libraries and stuff. And I didn't like what I seen there, because I thought, well, I want something kind of big for my budget, so that way people would have more room to put more stuff in, and then people that are in need would have more kind of options available. So that's when I was searching for like little portable sheds and different little things. I knew I couldn't afford a regular actual nice wood shed, so I shopped around and looked at all different types of things, little metal cabinets on wheels and all this different stuff. I just went on Amazon and seen what they had, and then I stumbled upon this right here, this little plastic shed that's made in China. And I'm one of those, it's just one of those where some Chinese company builds a bunch of these in a factory, and then they sell them to some middleman, and he just slaps his name on it and calls it his own product. That's what this is. And so that's where the idea came from, was from doing that little leave a gift, take a gift Christmas tree video, and kind of the idea from the leave a penny, take a penny and stuff. Because the biggest reason why I did this is because I know not everyone out there can necessarily always make it to the pantries, like the food pantries and the places, the non-profit organizations that give out food, or the government places that give out food and stuff. Not everyone has a chance to make it there, because there's some people that actually have jobs or have busy schedules and they can't make it there. So I wanted to create something for people who couldn't make it there, and they have another option in the area to get food and different things, for the kids. And also, a lot of food pantries, they're not gonna give out toys and stuff, and some people are struggling and they got a kid with a birthday coming up or stuff, or they need a present or whatever for a child. Hey, there's toys here, or they just simply need their kid wants a new toy, and well, there's an option there. Not many pantries normally give out that sort of stuff, and if they do, it's usually around Christmas time, children's toys. But yeah, this was geared towards the people who couldn't get a chance to make it to the pantry, and the people who might not qualify for the pantry, but they still need a little extra help and stuff. That's what this my idea for this pantry anyways and stuff. And yeah, because when I thought about the leave a gift, take a gift Christmas tree, I thought after Christmas was over, I took it down and I feel, and I got to thinking about, stuff being out in the element. Well, why don't look for like some more shed and do something that would be more all year round? And then I started thinking about the free little library idea and thought about that idea, but I said, why don't do like a pantry thing? And then when I started to research, I thought, well, I'll see if other people are doing this idea, and that's when I discovered there are a bunch of free little pantries out there, just like the free little libraries, which, those you don't know what the free little libraries are, is where people set up a little cabinet, or like what I did here, and they put books in it and let people take a book and leave a book and stuff, and I thought about that idea, and I thought about, well, why don't do something like that, but pantry idea, and that's how I came up with this idea. And then when I did my online research, I discovered that other people were doing a little free pantry as well, so I wasn't the only one that came up with the idea. Somebody else had already came up with the idea and basically beat me to it. I don't know who came up with the idea first. But yeah, that was my idea, was this, is to have something for families, people in general, anybody that in need, somebody that couldn't make it to the pantry. They have another option to get some food, get some free food and whatever different things. I kind of treat this more kind of like as like a, I guess you call it like a little free like thrift secondhand store where and stuff. And so that was my idea and goal with this little pantry, is to help those that couldn't get a chance to make it to the food pantries on certain days, and for also the people who need a little extra help, but for whatever reason they don't qualify for food pantries, but they still need help, because some people work jobs and simply disqualify because they either make too much at their job supposedly, but they still might be 1 week short and need a little extra help. Well, they can come down here and see what you got. And here's what's currently in it. I'll show a close-up. Here's what's currently in it right now as we speak, as this video is being filmed. Yeah, later on sometime I'll have to get some more things at the store to put in there, but there's currently what's left. Here's up here for what kid toys are left. I'll probably buy a few more kid toys sometime later on. So yeah, as far as donating stuff, anybody's welcome to donate. If you live in the area, you're more than welcome to donate to this little pantry. Anything you feel comfortable, food, clothes, any sort of kind of pantry item. I've even put shampoo, soap, razors and stuff, men's, women's razors in the past in here for people who need shavers and stuff. And so just about anything, you're more than welcome to donate anything you like, I always check every so often here what's in here, and anything that's looks like it's going bad, like any food or anything that looks like it's going bad or whatever, I will instantly take out and throw in the trash and stuff. And if there's anything that's been in there for a really long time that I feel like nobody's really partaken, but it's still good, then I will take it and donate it to other like donate to actual other pantries and stuff. I know a second-hand thrift store that set up a little free food thingy, and I would donate. I would probably go to the next town over to that place and donate to them the food that nobody's partaking here, and see if they can give it to somebody in need. And then if they couldn't do something with it, then they could probably throw it in the trash. But yeah, that's what I do when there's something that's been in here for a really, really long time and it seems like nobody's taking it and stuff. Then will be donating, and if it's still good, I will donate to some other location to make sure it gets to maybe to another location where they will be able to try to give it out and stuff. But yeah, that's what I do. Any like stuff that looks like it's going bad, or any like weird smellers or stuff. If there's something smelly, stinky in here, I hurry up, take it out, trash it and stuff. But yeah, you're welcome to donate anything you like. Please, nothing illegal in there. No cigarettes, no beer, no marijuana, or anything illegal. If I see any of that stuff, I instantly will take it out, throw it in the trash. None of that. So keep that in mind. Some people do donate soda pops. I even put soda pops and stuff in there just to give you a rough idea of what you're welcome to donate. Now, my ultimate goal. This is the goal I plan for this. Is my ultimate goal is later on, when I know I have the money to do so, I am going to upgrade this shed to a regular, like 10 by 10, 8 by 8 type shed. I'm going to upgrade to a regular standard wood shed in this little general area. And I will be also upgrading the sign here to one of those like maybe commercial letter sign marquees they have, those little portable signs that a lot of businesses use that have the interchangeable letters and stuff. I forget the actual proper term for those letter signs that commercial businesses use. And I'm going to be upgrading to that style of sign. But yeah, my ultimate goal is when I get the money, and it's going to cost around $5,000 to $6,000, probably maybe even $10,000. I don't know, but once I have the money to kind of like, hey, I can buy a shed and get it built. The ultimate goal is to upgrade this to a little shed. The type of shed I'm going to go for is one of those that a lot of people use like kind of as like office space, some little sheds that people turn into mini offices. Get one of those, and the goal would be is once I got the money is first go to my local government, make sure I'm in compliance with the building codes and the setback requirements if there's any and stuff, because I know certain buildings and structures, some townships and villages have rules about how far away it's got to be from the actual property line and stuff, and so I have to get with the local building department, local government, make sure I'm in compliance and not breaking any zoning building laws in my village, because my village does have zoning and stuff, and so I'd have to check and make sure I'm following the proper setback requirements. And once I found out I was okay to do so, then I would buy a nice wood shed to replace this and stuff. Because with a wood shed, I could have the potential to add electric, insulation, and with electric, I could have lighting, and also possibly maybe even have like maybe a refrigerator or something too, because that's what I kind of thought about with a regular wood shed. You could have more stuff, and you could add insulation, electric, and stuff, and if need be, you could also add a little electric heater inside and stuff to help, temperature control and different things. Whereas this is out in the open and stuff where even in the summer and winter time, different foods and stuff could kind of go bad. Whereas an insulated wood shed, even without electricity, it's going to be 10 times better than this, but this is working out super good. A lot of people, I'm blessed that it's here. It's definitely been a real helpful thing. There's quite a few people that in my community that actually use this, and they're blessed that it's here and stuff, But yeah, that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to have the funds through YouTube ad revenue. I want to raise the money to be able to upgrade to a way bigger and better, nice little woodshed, one of those that most people kind of use as like office space and stuff, and then insulate it, put shelving in there, and make it look like a little mini kind of commercial grocery store, like a little mini commercial space, I guess you'd call it, to give you a rough idea. What I would do is, if I had something to build, I would just have on one side a standard 9-light door on the shed, and then next to that door would be a nice big picture window that could be used kind of as like a, I guess called a bulletin board, where and have it set up where pantries could come, and where local food pantries could, email me their little flyers, or message me on Facebook their little flyers and stuff in the area of their little pantries, and then I could print it off, tape it in the window, and then people that use the pantry could look and see what pantries are available in the area, where people could say, oh yeah, there's a pantry, I could go there and get some food too, and stuff, and things and stuff. And then with a regular woodshed, that I would build, it'd be a lot more bigger, and you'd have a lot more room for different things and stuff. Even, more room for children's toys and food, clothing, and all that stuff. You'd have more options stuff. And what I would probably do for shelving is just go to my local Menards store in the next town over and see what kind of shelving they have, and then put it in there and stuff. Just probably the old standard metal type shelving and stuff. But that's the ultimate goal, is to upgrade to a bigger and better shed design down the line. That's my goal. Is now, if in some reason my village says, oh, you can't put a shed in your front yard, no, that's not allowed and stuff where they wouldn't allow that, then what I would do is try to raise up the money and down here buy some commercial space, and then do my idea of a free little pantry, and try to raise up the money to just end up buying, commercial space basically and stuff. So yeah, that's my goal with the whole pantry idea. Again, anybody's welcome to use this in the area. If you live in the area, anybody's welcome to donate that's in the area. And if you live out of state, or you live in maybe another country, I guess, and you come across this video and you say, hey, that's a real neat idea, I'd like to donate to his cause. Well, I also have a PayPal link that's always down in the description, where you can donate a few dollars, and then that money goes towards buying things for this pantry and stuff. You just go to PayPal, and if you donate money, just make sure you leave a little paragraph comment saying, hey, for the pantry, and then that money gets donated to this pantry and stuff. So yep, that's my goal with this whole thing, and I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I answered my prayers, and it's been a blessing. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people in the community really like me doing this, and they're grateful, because again, not everybody has an opportunity to get to a food pantry, or some people can't even get government assistance, but they still need extra help. Anybody's welcome to this. I don't care if you use it or you don't use it. If you're just somebody that wants to donate, I appreciate that. I really like people donating to this. And again, the good thing about this too is, if you're embarrassed, you don't gotta be embarrassed, because there's nobody watching you or anything, so you don't gotta worry about that. You just come up here. There's some bags so you can put stuff in. Take as much as you need, and then take it home, eat it, and enjoy it. So if you're one of those kind of embarrassed, because I know sometimes people can be embarrassed about their situation, well, here's another option. You can even at the middle of the night, if you want to, come here with your little flashlight and see what you got and take what you need, if you're that embarrassed. But yeah, I'm not judging. Anybody can come to it, But yeah, if you like this sort of content, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Comment your thoughts below. If you think this was a good video, bad video, whatever. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching Boomhauer69's YouTube channel.